Aquarius, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. We're going to build your baseline, clarify, and then towards the end, we're going to throw down some oracles and charms, yeah? All right, what's going on, please, for Aquarius and their person? Show me Aquarius and their person. Show me Aquarius and their person. What's going on, please, for Aquarius and their person? Common question. Christina. Does it have to be about a significant other, spouse, lover, boyfriend, girlfriend type thing? No. I am simply describing a dynamic you might share with someone else, so that includes family members, friends, co-workers, neighbors, okay? It's the relationship I'm describing, all right? There you go. And it's up to you to apply it if it resonates. So take it resonates, leave it does not. And reverse energies as it applies, more so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, fluid, okay? There you go. But yeah, it's often read from the point of view of love. That's typically where it's taken for most people, but it doesn't have to be. All right? Let's see. No, I shall recover all the rules. If you find yourself becoming increasingly upset, frustrated, or frankly just pissed off, I would strongly just advise you to pause the message, watch it later, or don't watch it at all. I don't want you to watch anything that upsets you. You'll take nothing from it, and you'll just be angry with me or angry with yourself, and what's the point of that? You know? Just don't. One of two things is happening. You're forcing it to fit because you think it's supposed to, because it says Aquarius in the title. General collective readings, guys. It may not apply to you at all. If you were paying me perfectly good money, then it would resonate. Because then you're working with me one-to-one. But as it were, no. That's why I don't say sun, moon, rising, or Venus. There's no point. You won't know if it resonates until you watch. There you go. It's open. There it is. Or the other thing's happening. You might feel upset, agitated, etc. because, well, there's an uncomfortable kernel of truth knocking around in there, and it's vibrating. I would still advise you to pause it, but watch it later when you're in a better frame of mind, you know? That way you're more likely to absorb it, because there's something in there for you. All right? There you go. Hope that helps. When it comes to yours and theirs, it's my most requested message type, and I understand that. I respect that. People want in-depth on them, their person, their connection. That's cool. I understand. But for that very reason, it can get very sensitive. So yeah, it's it just makes my life easier to dust off the old rule book there. At the intro. People want what they want, but with it comes the responsibility of an emotional reaction. So there you go. What's going on, please, for Aquarius and their person? Show me Aquarius and their person. Show me Aquarius and their person. Show me Aquarius and their person. Don't know why. As I was telling Libra, I actually did, I read out of order today. I started with Libra. I was telling Libra, I've been feeling pink lately, and pink's just really not my thing. I have nothing against it, fundamentally. It's just, well, it's just not my colors, you know. But I've been wearing a lot of pink lately. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just feeling pink. Is it too much? Tell me if it's too much. All right, the Fool, Nine of Wands, Two of Cups. Oh, peekaboo with that spirit. I want to open up. No, I don't. I want to open up. No, I don't. It's like you're a flower in bloom, but you can't. You keep hiding, and then you pop back open, and then you hide again. What's going on, honey? I got a resistance here. You don't want to. You don't want to resist it. It's there. It's there. There's some sort of love energy here with the Two of Cups. You know. These are my emotions as I best understand them. These are yours as you best understand them. And this is between you and me. Let's exchange. Let's talk about it. And there's the Fool. I'd like to open up towards this Nine of Wands. Resist. Resist. But I don't want to. Okay. 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 Well, that's a little harsh. A little harsh. A little harsh. A little harsh there. Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords. They're like, I have a strong truth in me. And that strong truth is that this hurts. I don't want to talk about it. I dodged a bullet, or I backed away from this. I don't know. But they're saying, they know, Ace of Swords. They said, I have my reasons. Oh. There's a lot of pain in there. And confusion, and I can't deal with this. Okay. Okay. Nine of Cups, the Sun, Page of Wands, and yet when the sun was out for you two, the sun was out. When it felt warm, and when it felt good. And a part of us, if we're being honest with ourselves, would still like to feel good in this once more. Page of Wands, even if it's a little bit. Because the sun, as we know, it's the happiest card in tarot. You can't get much happier than that, Unless, of course, you achieve your star, then that surpasses the sun, in my opinion, by miles. But that's a much more difficult path. The sun is a lot simpler. It's the idea of simpleness. Happiness equals simpleness. And it's like, who do you light up for without even trying? And it is an individual thing. 9 of Cups. This personally pleases me to the point of delirium. Happiness. Because I love myself. And this person reminds me that I love myself. They make me feel good about me. I light up. Page of Wands, I would like to be open to feeling that again. Okay. Overview, 6 of Swords, but we're reflecting the both of you in some way, moving on. They're having like, I have my reasons, and I sidestepped. You're like 6 of Swords, I have to move on, or I'm supposed to. So you're both showing me that in some way. Okay. Let's talk about... Let me know if you're connecting with Scorpio. That just caught my attention. It's like, there's that 10 of Swords. And I was like, uh-oh. Some of you, it might have been Scorps. Okay. Show me that 6 of Swords, please. Show me that 6 of Swords. Show me that 6 of Swords, please. It's like I either have to move on, or I'm the one that moved on, or this is your reaction to their reaction. I don't know, but it is looking highly reactionary. The only difference, though, even though you're feeling like you're supposed to resist opening up towards this, you feel love for it. They're showing me pain, and as I best understand it, I should probably step out of this. Okay. All right. Okay. Show me the 6 of Swords, please, for Aquarius. Show me the 6 of Swords, please, for Aquarius. Show me that 6 of Swords. Show me that 6 of Swords. Show me that 6 of Swords, please. Four of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. It's like you're respecting somebody's decision. As you best understand it, I believe that's what I'm saying. And people say, how can you say I don't know? Honey, do you have any idea how complex one person is? Never mind 2. Never mind 3. Never mind everybody's spiritual and emotional energies trying to show me something. Yeah, I'm going to say I don't know a couple of times because, again, I'm not doing one-to-one. It can mean different interpretations to a vast majority of you. So I try to keep those things in mind when I'm looking at the cards. But it's looking to me like I'm trying to accept this decision as best I can. Somebody is trying to show me the reflection of I accept this decision. I'm trying to be at peace with it. That it makes sense, and that somebody was abiding by their heart as they best understood it. So somebody here with a strong mind and strong heart, trying to peacefully accept, moving on. Okay? This is, I believe, I strongly suspect a little bit of both of you, because again, you're both showing me, I gotta go. They had their reasons, you have yours for staying away. Specifically, your energy shows me I want to open up, take a risk, but I got to stay away or block it. They're like, I got to stay away. And you're both like, we're both trying to accept this. You're both showing me this. I'm trying to will myself to accept this. I see you here along with somebody else. And you're both trying to come to peace with the decision you made to kind of respect each other's distances or respect each other's choices. And you're both trying to heal in your both respective ways. So yeah, they're very much still energetically attached to you. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be seeing them share your overview like that. Yeah. It's like I've got sound mind and a sound heart here. And between those two, I see you both trying to rest over a similar concept. We got to stay away from each other. Something like this. I can see why you both have to conclude that, given how it felt so good. So very, very good. So why... It's like I understand you're over there and I'm over here and we're just... What was that? Oh my God, what is that song? Oh, it's... Oh, God, I just heard it the other day and it's like, it's reminding me that was a Alan Parsons project. I don't know. Something about don't say anything or don't do anything. Just stay on your island. Don't respond. It's like you're both agreeing to not talk or respond without having said anything. Okay. I'm sorry. I just heard it the other day and it's so obscure. It's one of those songs that's so obscure, and unless you were familiar with it, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. Google it. It's kind of like we both agreed to not talk. You just stay on your island and don't respond to anything I may or may not say. Oh, because we both know we'll fall for it. We both know we'll fall. Something like that. Okay. Well, you just got my attention. Show me that fool, please. Show me the fool. Show me the fool. Show me the fool. Show me that fool, please. Show me that fool. Show me that fool, please. Show me that fool, please. Show me that fool. No. Show me that fool, please. Three of Cups, Page of Pentacles. We want to do something, but it feels like we missed our chance. And every time we don't open up to it, we feel like we're missing more and more of a chance to reconnect. Yeah. We were connecting or reconnecting with somebody infrequently. It wasn't a lot. But it meant something. It meant something to the both of you. Your reaction is that it felt good to open up to this. It felt light. It felt fun. It felt playful. And it wasn't much. Page of Pentacles. Until it kind of crashed with the Tower. And there hasn't been any opportunity to reconnect. Every now and again, your full spirit opens up and says, maybe I should try. And then you talk yourself out of it almost immediately. 9 of Wands. It's not an accusation. It's not a judgment. Don't take it as one. It's either true for you or it isn't. That's it. This is real human shit. This is what people experience all the time. If you've ever separated from somebody and you've had to struggle, you had to refrain from making contact with them, that's what this is. You say you haven't been through that, you're a liar. Sorry. That's just the way it is. So again, it's not an accusation. It's not a reason to get all up in your britches about it or be prideful. It either is or it isn't. You're either, it's like, yeah, I've thought about it 1,000 times, Christina, but I keep forcing myself to not do it. To not say something. To not leave a comment on Facebook or whatever. Just to not shoot a text. You have any idea how many times I've had to reject that? Like I said, it's like you both have agreed kind of let the silence stand, you know. This is not Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. This is the opposite of that. We are not enjoying this at all. The 9 of Wands, and every time you feel that little bit of an inclination to try to do something to generate some change, it feels like it might be too late or there's nothing left to do. At some point, one of these opportunities to get together unraveled quickly, and we got hit with a reality check for some reason. The 9 of Wands, and resistance, blockage. 9 of Wands, it's hard. It's hard to resist that feeling. It's hard to resist what feels like an impulse. It's more like a drive to put something into it, to try to repair it, but it's coming from that place of, well, neither of you may not be aware of how much it affected you both. Between the 9 of Cups and the Sun, no, it meant a lot. It felt like a lot because it was. Even if it was just a little bit, it still felt like a lot. Doesn't matter how much you try to quantify it in a package. Oh, we only saw each other once or twice a month. But yeah, those once or twice a month that you met, look at that, again, off the charts reaction. Okay? You both had fair amounts of seismic activity when you were together. It doesn't matter how little it was. People always try to justify it, but we only saw each other once or twice. Yeah, that was all it took, baby. That's all it took. It's like, people's like, but what? It doesn't matter if you only spoke on the phone once a month. The fact of the matter is it generated a hell of a lot of activity. Something somewhere was picking up your seismic activity. I don't care how infrequently you met. The fact of the matter is the energy exchange between you was that it was glorious. Okay? It was beautiful. And it felt really fucking good. there's that is the Six of Swords, but there's the Fool. Six of Swords and then the Fool again for you. And the King of Swords, I know, honey. I know. Even that's what you reflect on your opening. You're over here again. It's like you're saying, bad Aquarius, stop having that impulse. Stop having that impulse. Stop having it. And you're still struggling with it. And that's because you're not done with it. The reason why you still feel that compulsory need to make contact, to try to do something, you simultaneously shut it down. And just like, nope, 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 nope. If they can hold out, I can. It's not a holdout game, baby. I'm not saying mind games here. I'm not saying that. It's kind of like if I say something, I know they'll respond. And it might drag everything out again. And it might go south again. And yet that desire to say something, to be impulsive, to represent the best parts of your energy in a way that's positive towards this person is still very much there. And then you clamp it down at the same time and be like, oh, remember, Aquarius, you're supposed to be Six of Swords. Move it on. Move it forward. That's what they did. That's what I'm doing. That's what they did. That's what I'm doing. That's what they did. That's what I'm doing. And you have to check. That's you. That's you, honey. It's okay. Fixed signs are heads of state. King of Swords. You check that energy as fast as it comes up, you know. So right now I'm just seeing a really elaborate game within you of back and forth. I want to say something. I want to do something. Shit. Nope. 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 I'm not going to cause any more problems. We're both agreeing to this. I know we're both agreeing to this. They're not reaching out, so neither am I. Okay. And in which case, that's a game of pride more than anything else. But Two of Cups. I just know that your Fool energy is here not once but twice. The bigger part of your spirit that's clean and wishes to try something is so much bigger. And frankly, a better representation of what you actually want to do than the force you use to block it. It takes as much energy to block as it does accept. People don't know that. They think it's so easy to accept. If it was really that easy to accept, there wouldn't be tarot. There wouldn't be frustration. I know what an Ace of Pentacles is. I would accept it, no problem. I know what an Ace of Cups is. I would accept it, no problem. I know what a Lovers is. I would accept it, no problem. Then how does this happen? No. It takes as much energy to accept what's right for you and what you desire and what you want as it does to reject it. So that's why I say all the time, guys, I don't know if you were listening, you have to know what's right for you, or otherwise you'll end up pushing it away when you didn't mean to, or you'll accept the wrong thing from the wrong person. You have to know it's worth your time, energy, and effort, and above all, everything begins with you. You know? I'm just saying that because I hate seeing this little tug of war in you. I don't want it to exist for you, and I don't think you want it to exist for you either, and I think your intuition is trying to speak to you in a different way. You know, I don't know if you're trying to match this person's energy. You can't do that, honey. It's only through connecting do you understand how much someone's like you. But when you're not connecting or there is a disconnect, all you can do is hold yourself accountable for what you feel and what you know to be true. So you being like, well, I'm just going to do what they do isn't working for you because it's not necessarily what you would do. Okay, so that's why I'm seeing this little tug of war. Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Swords. This time of confusion and not knowing what to do will pass. Eventually you're going to want to work through this in some way. I don't quite see how. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that given time, the confusion will ease up and you're going to want to put work into this. Realistic work, Eight of Pentacles, but done so from a loving way in the Two of Cups. If that's what feels right to you, it's more in accordance with what you would do for you. Okay, and that's all that I care about. All right. Yeah, I do. I see you putting some sort of energy into this, and you mean it. You mean it. Once you make up your mind. And you know it's right for you, and not what they would do, but what you would do. You will. What that work looks like, I could not say. But putting real work into balancing these emotions that you have with this person, you would like to. Let's jump on over to this person. Ooh. That's pretty intense, man. Show me that Ten of Swords, please. Show me that Ten of Swords. Show me that Ten of Swords. Intuitively, for some of them, they felt they had to step away. Show me that Ten of Swords, please. Or you're just saying they're being really, really, really quiet. Or you're not used to silence from this person. That's why you feel like you don't know what to do, because they're not saying anything. Well, no, that's going back, case in point. You have to do what's right for you, not what you think that they're doing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe if this, because they have so much sword attached to them, big thinker, perhaps they talk a lot. So if this person's being silent, that says a lot, right? So maybe it's your chance to speak or do something. I don't know. Show me that Ten of Swords. You don't really associate this person with silence, do you? Intelligence, yes. Silence, no. So when they stopped talking to you, you didn't quite know what to do, so you just kind of said, I'm going to do what they do, force myself to move on. Oh. So what would you do? I see what you would do. King of Cups, there it is. Very consistent energy. Temperance. There was some sort of ending here as this person sees it. They're showing me huge heart for you. They love you. They love you like crazy, but they know that. They know that. They don't reject it. They don't deny it. They are the ones who are saying, I ended it. I tried to heal it with you first, but then I ended it. They wanted to heal the pain with you. They wanted to make amends. They wanted to heal things with you, and then it ended almost abruptly. Let's see that Seven of Swords. But I will say this, upon clarification, oh my God, they have a huge heart and they know it. They don't apologize for their feeling. They say they were very aware of their feelings for you. And they wanted to take everything it could to try to work things out with you. And that included the expression of one's love towards you and what it meant to them in the interest of healing. So it's looking like this person said, these are my feelings and I mean it. Because the King of Cups don't say what he don't feel. And they had a lot. And whatever it is that they expressed was done so for reasons of love. And because they wanted to heal with you. So it seemed like it generated an ending anyway. Or the healing would not come through. Okay. Otherwise, that's very beautiful energy. It is this person. Show me that Seven of Swords, please. They dipped out, sidestepped, withdrew the offer to heal, that kind of thing. It's looking like they withdrew the offer to heal. Show me that Seven of Swords, please. Show me that Seven of Swords. If you didn't allow it to come through, that would make sense. I'm not putting it off on you. I'm just seeing your reaction to yes, no, yes, no. Show me that Seven of Swords, please. The Chariot, Queen of Swords, they saw your indecision. Okay. They saw your indecision. Very consistent to both of you, and the reason why I'm saying there, I called it from the very beginning. There's two people in your general overview, you and someone else. I have a Queen of Swords and a King of Cups. It's coming up not once but twice. They've already saw you as the Queen of Swords, and you see them as the King of Cups. That's all I have, and it's very, very distinct. It has been energetic consistency since then. Okay, so that makes my job easier. All right, they're saying they've been looking at you. They snuck away. They withdrew their offer to heal from you after having really expressed their heart in some way and understood that you were not moving in the same direction. That you said that you were confused or you handled your feelings too analytically or logically. Again, I'm not putting it off on you. I'm reading their experience. This is why they dipped out. Seven of Swords. Moved away from it. They moved away from your confusion. That you didn't know what to do or you didn't know what to say. And yet, despite that, it's like you have a big heart behind you, but you didn't know how to maneuver it forward. They saw that. They saw it. And they were very bold with their heart and what they wanted to do. Patience as the day is long. They were willing to understand you, to work through it, and then they withdrew the offer. Because they said it's because you didn't know what you wanted to do or you couldn't express yourself about your direction that you wanted to take. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But they seem to have a very strong idea about what happened. And I can kind of see that. Here you are at the King of Swords. It's like, I should move on, but I want to open up. I should move on, but I don't want to, but I want to open up. You have both. And in that respect, you've been consistent too. And there's that Two of Swords you showed me yourself, that they say that they associate you with confusion about knowing your feelings and how you want to move forward. That does seem to change for you in the future. Okay? I don't know what putting work into that particular love looks like for you, but I just know that when you do, you will have made up your mind at that point. Ace of Swords. Show me this person's truth, please. The Ace of Swords. Again, not putting it off on you. Again, reverse energies as it applies. And again, if you choose to take offense to anything I'm saying, I can't help that. Okay? I really can't. I cannot. I'm here to do my job, and this is what we're doing today. Okay? There you go. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords. This is real human experiences right here. Why? I don't know. You have your reasons. I don't know if you had commitment stuff with the heart. Perhaps you were not aware of how deep your feelings for the situation went. On the surface, it looks so easy. It looks so fun and relaxing and inviting. And I think it ran much deeper than that. Perhaps you didn't know that. Three of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Hermit. Guess what, honey? I got news for you. It might seem against all odds. I'm just quoting songs today, aren't I? What is that, Phil Collins? Against all odds? You're coming back to me as against all odds. Jesus, it's just coming through in waves today. I did the short sessions and then boom, Cancers. I heard a big old I think it was In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel. I was like, what the hell? That just blasted through. I'm getting all the music today. Okay. Ace of Swords, this person's particular truth. They're saying, yes, as friends, we can start over or we can heal from this point of friendship. I'm open to it. So whatever it is that you are proposing, okay, so long as you know it's your truth and that you can stick to it, they say yes to it. It's pretty straightforward, okay? That part of you that wants to do something is much bigger than this I don't know. And it's much bigger than this need you have to block, okay? Where that fear is coming from, I don't know. I think it's possibly a fear and knowing what this connection means to you. Perhaps this person's knowledge of feelings was so much that it was overwhelming to you. It's like, I didn't know it was all that. I didn't know, because I'm not going to lie, they're very possessive, and by that I mean they're knowledgeable of their feelings. They don't reject it. It might have been just too much to you. It might have been like, fuck. I mean, it's the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and Temperance. Not only do they say they have unconditional love for you, they're saying that they can show you patience and consideration. And as the day is long, how do you want to work through this? And I for some people, that can be really intimidating. It's like, how can you have that level of feeling? I mean, I get it. The reason I could show somebody that level, me personally, right? Me personally, the reason I could show somebody that much unconditional love, time, patience, consideration, I'm willing to see things from your perspective, is because I have unconditional love for them. If I didn't, I wouldn't give a fuck. It's not something you have to think about when you feel it. That's that person's particular truth. You have your own particular truth. You just don't seem to be as comfortable with it, especially when that person's just like, love. There's nothing I can't fix. What say ye? And you're going to be like, that's a lot. And especially if you weren't prepared for those level of depths. Now, I don't know about preparedness, honey. I don't know about preparedness. And I'll tell you why. You two have enough history that this feels like it's drawn out. There's more in this than what you're showing me. The resistance to being open to what you really feel is quite strong for you, but then so too is your inclination to want to open up more towards it is also here simultaneously. And I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I wonder which side of you will win, and it kind of feels like that. Anyway, I see which part of you wins in the future. You're going to want to work through this, and it's going to be your feelings are here. And it's almost like you're literally saying, and I like that, I respect that. It's simple, it's sweet, and it's to the point. These are my feelings as I best understand them, and this is what I can give to you. This is what I have to say about feelings. Is this enough to work through for you? And their position is, yeah, it's constructive. It's on the same page. That's all I needed. So this person's very understanding. They are. That's real healing attached to them, real constructive effort, and they also know it's their particular truth. They're saying yes to you. So they backed off. They backed off because they sensed it, honey. They sensed it. It's right here. They saw that you had a chariot attached to you, but you didn't know how to move it. You didn't know how to express yourself. You didn't know how to show your love or to say it in such a way that made sense to them. So they backed off. They just backed off. They didn't completely exit. They just backed off. They went away. And you're like, well, I should do the same. But you've been struggling with it because it doesn't fit you. It doesn't fit you. Perhaps this person always led the way in terms of conversation or feeling. And you were like, I'm just along for the ride. No, you weren't. You were there too. You were a co-pilot. You were a co-navigator. It's just you probably didn't see yourself that way. I can see that this person's energy is so very forward and perhaps very blunt. Perhaps a little, especially with her feelings, they seem to be very blunt or honest. That's just who they are. And you weren't a helpless victim in this. You weren't along for the ride. You weren't hanging out in the bed. Well, I don't have a choice to be in this car. I mean, they're driving everything. No, you wanted to be there. You had as much co-creation in this as they did. I just don't think, if you saw them as the driver or you gave them the responsibility of the driver, you probably thought it wasn't your responsibility to pay attention to where the hell you were going. But nevertheless, you were going there too in the same car, excuse me. You were going there in the same vehicle. You see what I'm saying? So no, you had as much in this as they did. You just probably didn't think you were the one driving it, or you didn't feel that responsible for it. That's the benefit of being the passenger, right? So that would kind of explain, I don't know what to do because they're not giving me anything to work with. That's where you come in as an individual. What would you do? Not what this person would do. They already said I backed off. Aquarius didn't tell me what they wanted or what they felt or how to move this forward or how they want to move this forward. I got to back off. So this is your time to shine, baby. This is your time to shine. It's your time to shine. What would you do? Not what this person would do. What would you do? Okay. All right. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Like I said, if it's not for you, it's not for you. I can see where people will take offense to this, especially if they're not prepared to really hear the truth. Real tarot is real life. I'm not here to kiss your ass. You're an Aquarius. You're a fixed air sign. I would expect you to know this. Of all my collectives, I would really hold you responsible for that kind of knowledge. So it's not me picking on you. It's not me pushing on you. You know, it either is or it isn't. That's it. Yeah, of all the signs, there are some folks who are more prepared than others to deal with and digest hard truths, and I associate you with that sign. Please do not fail me on that. Okay. That's it. You know, I'll get pushback from signs I don't expect to at all, like Virgo. Oh yeah. You wouldn't think Virgo can make a fuss. They can make a fuss. I'll get pushback from Scorpio. They'll take that so far, though, because they know who they're talking to. Sorry if you're a Scorpio cross watcher. It is what it is. I'll get pushback from Leo. Oh, yeah, 100%. That's not a surprise. Taurus very rarely gives me pushback because, like always, they assume much more responsibility than they actually should. But then comes time to apply it, they're not as good about that. But they will admit to faults. I'll give them that. But you, I need you to be that sign, honey, that I can always rely on to handle hard truths. Because if you can't, well, everybody's got problems then, don't they? Okay. Show me that Nine of Cups, please. Show me that Nine of Cups. And I love all my collectives. Let's make that clear. All signs have pros and cons. No exceptions. None. There are none. There are no exceptions to that. But I love all my collectives just the same. And I want what's best for you, not what's worst. Show me that Nine of Cups. That's you. Again, you're all over this today, honey. Four of Swords. You've been resting on this particular. Good. I like this. Knights of Pentacles, Four of Swords. You specifically, outside of healing the both of you, trying to accept this, you're not doing a good job of it. Not really. I haven't quite seen how they're reacting to it other than forcing themselves to sidestep or move on or not talk to you. You yourself pulling you aside. Knights of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the King of Swords. You have been slowly healing, slowly digesting these particular truths, particularly about how much this, whatever this is, kind of reflects wish fulfillment. Okay, how it actually makes you really happy as an individual, that it's just for you. And that's the way these things should be. They should feel like they're just for you. That you alone radiate under this energy for this person because it feels right to you and no one else. I promise you, you weren't helpless in this. You were a co-pilot, co-navigator. You just didn't... I don't think you assumed to give yourself that responsibility, especially if you're like, I'm not driving, I'm just going to enjoy the ride. They do all the talking. They're the ones that have all the big feelings. They're going to say how this goes. It's like wherever they want to take me, that's fine. I'm cool. I'm cool for the ride. I'm down. I'm down for that ride. I don't want to actually have to pay attention to like directions and shit. I don't want to make the decision on those particular inputs. If they want to take me somewhere private and tie me up and have the ride with me, that's cool too. It's like your energy was just like whatever they want to do. And it's your time to shine, honey. No, you were co-pilot. You know, you were co-piloting this. And there's something in that you're just like, I'm learning to take responsibility. And how much I actually like this. And I liked seeing myself in it. And I liked experiencing it. And I liked feeling it. Maybe I even loved it more than I understood. Because part of me, if I'm being honest with myself, loved myself when I was in it. That's some serious stuff. All right, show me that sun, please. Show me that sun, please. Show me that sun. Show me that sun. Oh my goodness, honey. Talk about talker. My jaw is tired. Show me the sun. Show me the sun. Show me the sun. Show me that sun, please. Show me that sun. I got into the habit, I don't know why, of recording the short sessions on the same day as 3 full lengths. I don't know how I came to that conclusion. I might want to rethink that. It seems to be taking a toll on me. Show me the sun, the lovers. Yeah, I'm not... No, everything they want to do is cool with me. I don't have any... No, I'm just going to go along with that. I'm not co-creating shit. I'm not doing nothing. They're not an Empress. They're not a 3 of Cups. Whatever. Stop it! Stop lying to me. Stop. I don't think you're lying to me. I just, again, I'm well and truly convinced. Okay? Because I am that person where I am way too honest. And also very high feeling. So, you put those two together, yeah, you can't overwhelm people, okay? So it's not that you're lying. I'm just really, truly convinced you didn't know how much you felt towards this until they stopped giving you information. I swear on my heart, okay? I just... Who is it we want to reconnect with that's like no big deal? It didn't hardly influence me at all. The lovers, the Empress, super cash energy, right? Not a big deal. You could give or take that, right? Totally. Dude, who you fooling? You ain't fooling me. And you're barely fooling yourself, okay? I'm just going to do what they're doing. They're being quiet, so I'm not going to say nothing. Who are you, and what are you like outside of this context? You speak for you. Now, you might drop a page, and that's how, by the way, I was explaining that, I think, to Gemini, or somebody. The 3 of Cups, that's how that gets started, by the way. You'll ask me all the time, how do you reconnect? What do you mean, how do you reconnect? You can either literally run into each other. It's kind of like playing the lottery. The odds are pretty steep, okay? Or you can drop a page and be like, hey, I saw this today and I thought of you. Or, hey, it's been, you wouldn't believe it, but I ran across this and I don't know. Hey, I just, look, time has passed between us and I don't like how we left things, and I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, maybe it's the full moon. I've heard people say that before as a reason to drop that fucking page. You know, it's like, I've heard this. There are people reconnecting because it felt right, not because they were lying, not because they were full of shit, but because they really felt it at that time and in that moment. And that's what a page leads to a 3 of Cups. How that energy unfolds is through this guy, this little guy. That's all it takes. You know, the full moon was out. I know this sounds stupid, and maybe I'm stupid, but I don't know, maybe I am stupid, but it just reminded me of you, or I took a picture of the moon because I know how much you blah, blah. I thought you might like it. Hey, it was a full moon in Aquarius not long ago, yeah? We're still under that influence, technically. There's a reason I'm bringing that up. Did we have some very strong sway over your full moon? It should be. It was a super moon, honey. August 1st. And there'll be another full moon at the end of the month. Very rare. Oh, so no wonder this is weighing up on your heart so much. And I strongly feel like some of you Aquarius is not your dominant sun. For some of you Aquarius, it might be your Venus. North Node? Sorry, I get lost in things like that. It's irrelevant, possibly rising. Yeah, no, it felt really, 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 really good. And we want to reconnect with this person. I have every reason to believe it will happen. Okay. Because, not because I see it energetically shared, but let me make this clear. They want to reconnect with you too. I also think they don't want to take lead. And I'll tell you why. If you've ever experienced this before, this is why they're not going to take lead. This is just psychology here. This isn't me reading the cards. The reason why they're not going to take lead is because I can tell they already did it in the past, and they just feel like they got hurt. Why? Because as they last interpreted your energy, you didn't know what you wanted, or you didn't know how to express yourself, so they sidestepped. They dipped out, told you to fuck off. I don't know. But they also kind of concluded, and when you make that kind of conclusion, I put everything out there like I did. They're not moving any closer to me. They're not going to try, or they're not on the same page as me. I had better dip out. That's probably why. They're not going to reapproach you. Do they want to? Yes. They already said I'd make that happen. I know that's my truth. They're saying, I know that's my truth. I would, for the name of our friendship and the interest of true healing, which is what they suggested the first time. It's just perhaps it came too much wrapped up in overwhelming love. Okay? But realistically, yes, they would, 100%. You give them a little bit more of what they needed right here. They respond to you. Yes. This is all I needed. Okay? And then look at the payout. Okay? That's why I strongly suspect you didn't quite know what you were working with until it stopped communicating with you. I believe. Show me that Page of Wands, please. Especially if you weren't looking for it to happen, honey. Especially if you weren't looking for it to happen. You will have since rested on the subject. King of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay, Eight of Cups, coming back to this. Very good. Opening up instead of closing off. Very good. Very good. I got the both of you opening back up instead of closing off. Good. Good. I got 2 pages talking to each other with a little bit more zest. Okay. Wherever there was emotional void, that's starting to fill back up again. Okay, so whatever it is, the cups here are being repaired or replenished in some way. You're both feeling better about this than not, which is great. In reality, that's what I would expect in 3D, whereas what's happening at the emotional and spiritual level is so much higher than that. But in the real world, that's how it's executed, is much more reasonable. Okay, this is the driving force behind our motivation, okay, and doing what we do. But yeah, it's looking like it's opening back up, and the emotional distance is starting to close. Okay, nothing overwhelming, nothing crazy. Okay, it's just opening up, or feeling more comfortable with it, being more curious towards it, more open-minded, more open-hearted. Okay. But yeah. All right. For all those anxious cross-watchers out there, when, Christina? When? I don't know. We'll see. Starts with a page. It typically does. That's how you open up to that 3 of Cups energy, like I said. Around, last March was important. Last March was important. I'm saying that. Right there. Right there. I think that's when the pain was too much. A lot of revelation. This is what I'm willing to do. Pain, disappointment, disconnectivity. It feels like last March. Okay, let's focus further out, please. Divine timing is at play. Things need to fall into place. Don't rush. For some of you, not till next year. For some of you, not till next year. Okay. When we get into that comfort zone. Winter. And for some of you, right around the corner. It's interesting, I have a couple different speeds here. I see a past orientation that's tied to pain, March specifically. For others of you, a page does not drop till next year, or you don't drop a page till next year. For some of you, it's winter, and for others of you, sooner than you expect, very soon. Within 3 months. Seems to be linking up to fall, winter. And for others of you, within a couple of days, so it's ranging across the board. It is ranging across the board. I'm sorry, but that's collective readings for you. For some of you, it's going to be a little here, a little there. Everything from right around the corner, like tomorrow, to within fall and winter time. For others of you, divine timing is at play, in other words, question mark. And then for others of you, next year. Within a couple of days, though, it kind of depends on that person's readiness to express something of their feeling and how they're willing to work through it. That's going to really play a big part in timing. The work we do on ourselves is a reflection of our readiness. Which is to say, we'll never be 100% confident, ever. There's no such thing. I have met some really confident people. The most confident people you will ever meet will be to tell you, the only reason I'm confident is because I tried. Not because of success, but because I tried. True. Very true. You know, you put yourself out there, even if you get rejected, turned down, shot down. The thing is, you're still building confidence because you allowed yourself to try. That's why the best people succeed, is because of the confidence they built, regardless of acceptance or rejection. It builds a toughness, mental armor, until you don't expect anything. Just have the nerve to try. It's very true. Very, very true. I know this isn't fair. Okay, I wasn't comfortable showing emotion. Right there. I support your path. No matter what you do, they said, I support your path. I wish you well. I wish you luck. That was meant. So if those were parting words for somebody, it was meant. Okay? How can I help you? I'm so proud of you. Oh, somebody here is a huge helper. They'd like to support you. They like to support your work. I'm very proud of you. If somebody reaches out to the other person, somebody's response is going to be, how can I help you? Or is something wrong? Is everything okay? So they don't expect it then. How can I help you? I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Interesting. Sometimes I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I miss our coffee. Aw. Says I miss our morning coffee, but that's just the way it is. It's just, in general, I miss our coffee. Did you two have really good talks over coffee? Perhaps you had coffee rituals, that kind of thing. That's sweet. Okay. I didn't know how to comfort you in this respect. I didn't know how to give you what you needed at that moment or in that time. They saw that. They might have interpreted it very differently from how you were experiencing it. I see that you weren't ready to move forward in a certain way that said, these are my feelings. They took it as, Aquarius doesn't feel anything at all. That just wasn't true. It's just, again, I really think you were in this position of saying, I'm along for the ride, but I have no say in the journey. Perhaps you really got very comfortable with this person navigating the connection, the relationship, whatever it is, in terms of speaking thought and feeling. And when it came time for you to express it, you didn't know how, perhaps. Like you really gave them a lot of license. It's like, you're navigating this, not me. Oh, no, honey, you were there too. They didn't tie you up. I don't think they tied you up. That's a different reading. That's a different reading. That's a different reading. They will ask me, when's the next intimate tarot reading? I think that's for the last half of August. So the next round is going to be moving on. Okay. And then after that should be intimate tarot. Okay. I know. Yeah, but that's a different reading. That's it's like, I kind of wish they had tied me up, Christina. Well, maybe you should say that. You don't know unless you ask, honey. That's me. That's me. I want people to ask, right, what they want. That way I know what I can deliver. It's like how, tell me what you want. I'm that person, I want to hear it. Tell me what you want. I want to hear it first, And perhaps they didn't hear enough about what you wanted. I don't know. All sorts of shit's in there. All right, ambitious. Somebody here is very, very ambitious, yes. The medallion of Cancer. Some of you might have some very prominent Cancer in your chart, or your person could be. Gecko, Aries, Leo, Sag. The fire hasn't come out since the clouds took over the sun. In other words, we feel like we haven't felt very inspired, very passionate since the clouds came out. The letter U. H-I, the medallion of Virgo. Big dollar bill, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus in the general sense. Money might come into play here for one reason or another. I don't know why. Yeah, there you go. I feel like J, the letter J, and the medallion of Sagittarius and the letter S. Okay. Somebody here is the optimist. I'm saying optimist and then reconciliation. Have optimism, yes. Reconciliation is, I know, I see it here. It's highly, highly probable. Very much so. And flirt. In this deck, it's not just about blunt flirting, like as in flirt. It's about the lightheartedness of the energy here. The kind of ease, all right, between your two energies to kind of click in that way that was without disruption, and it was just smooth, it was easy. Yes, and it says extend your lightheartedness in the interest of reconciliation. So like I said, the extension, light, easy, Page of Pentacles, into a Three of Cups, into a reconciliation. That's how these things start. So a lightness. It's like, God, what was one of the best things I've ever heard from somebody? It was this guy who was crazy about this, absolutely crazy about this woman, and they hadn't connected in like 3 years or something like that, and it's been with him for days and weeks and months and years in some way. And he said he needed all that time. He needed all that time to put out a Page of Pentacles, and he said, you know what it was? And what? He goes, it was a joke. Hey, have you heard this? And he didn't talk to her in 3 years. He couldn't think of anything else to say. So he texted a joke, hey, have you heard this one? Because he couldn't think of an excuse, so he didn't make up one. And he said they sent back a laugh emoji. And that lightheartedness is what allowed for that reconciliation. Because it was a moment she wasn't expecting. It caught her off guard. And he didn't want to come up with some bullshit excuse about why he was texting. So he just said he told a joke, and he said that shit was with him for 3 years. And when he did it, he said that nothing in the world could have beaten that feeling. That he tried, and it felt like the stupidest way to deliver that message. But it led to what he wanted. So when I tell people, you don't know until you try, that's exactly what that fucking means. It ain't over till it's over. And I just feel like the Aquarius I'm looking at, honey, even if it's for a moment, even if it's to take the off-ramp, maybe you should try driving this. Okay? Maybe you should be the one to try drive this. Alright, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.